Hello, everybody. I was going to put up a post, but I decided to go live because this is just going to be too much to type. So, over and over, we ask ourselves, why me? Why me? Why me? Well, why not? What are we doing that we need to take responsibility for that keeps putting us in the position for it to be, why me? So, this goes for men and women. It's not gender specific. We go through life and we say, why me? Why does he or she treat me this way? Why does this happen to me? Why does that happen to me? Let's take a look at ourselves for a minute. People do to you what you let them. That's why you. It's why you because when they did it the first time, you allowed them to come back to do it again. It's really just that simple. You're not cursed and they're not bad. But people do what you let them do. We have to be accountable and responsible for ourselves. We have to have a healthier attitude about loving ourselves and how we handle ourselves in order to get other people to love and respect us. We get in these relationships and people do things, whether it's malicious or it was just by accident, and then we go into a depression and we say, why me? What did you do to prevent it from being you? Stop putting so much stock into other people and none into yourself. If you want things to change for you, you change you. You love you, respect you. Put yourself in a position of royalty, and then other people will treat you the way you treat yourself. But if you're out, and yes, I'm just gonna say hoe, if you're out being a hoe, and then you get with a male or a female and they treat you like a hoe, they meant you being a hoe. What do you expect? If they treat you like a thief, if they treat you like a dog, however they found you is how they're going to treat you. Don't think because they laid up with you that their mindset has changed. We have to do better to break the chain, to break the cycle that leads us into heartbreak, depression, and pain. We first have to stop hurting ourselves. We get into these situations, we commit ourselves into a relationship that's not a committed relationship. If you're not married, you don't have any business going through somebody else's phone, going through somebody else's wallet, going through their email, going through their text messages, going through their Facebook, their Twitter, their any of that. That's not your job. Your job is to regulate you and let them regulate them. If you go into a relationship with no trust for the other person, the question is, why? Did they do something? If they did something, you shouldn't be there anyway. Or is it that internally you don't really trust you? So you expect them to be thinking and doing all the things that you're thinking and doing. So you're digging to see if they're doing what you're doing. Then when you find that you're mad, we have to do better than that. We can't expect anybody to be perfect because we're not perfect. We're not perfect. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Quit turning up your nose, sucking your teeth, rolling your eyes, and carrying on at anybody else and get you straight. Each one of us individually are responsible for ourselves. We can't control anybody else. Okay, so what? You thought they liked you, you thought they loved you, and they slept with someone else. Now you have a choice. Stay or go. If you choose to stay, then you got to ride out the storm. You chose to stay. Nobody made you. If you didn't like what they did, you should have left. But you can't burden them and pester them and go through their stuff because you shouldn't have stayed. If you feel like they're a cheater and they don't appreciate and they don't love you, leave. Nobody has you prisoner. But if you stay, then you accepted them for who they are. So just accept them. That's them. They're not going to change for you. They're not going to stop being them for you. It's up to you to decide who you're going to be. Are you going to be the person who's always cheated on? Are you going to be the cheater? Or are you going to get away and get some positivity in your life? But I get tired of my inbox and my text messages always being full of, why does he treat me that way? Why does she treat me that? Because you let him. Man up, woman up. It's okay to be by yourself. If you're sick of them, leave. But if you choose to stay, accept them for who they are. If they're a cheater and you decide to stay with the cheater, then you got a cheater. Stay out his phone. Stay out his pocket. Quit following him around. Quit harassing his other friends. You knew who he was when you kept him. You knew who she was when you kept her. Stop being silly, making a fool of yourself in public, and get your own self together. Because you determine your worth. The other person doesn't. What you find as your value, you make people come up to where you want them to be. If they treat you like you only worth $5 and you stay, then maybe you only worth $5. But if you feel like you're worth more than that, you get away from that and get with somebody who's going to treat you like what you're worth. Quit complaining, but still accepting. Quit sitting around acting like it's okay to settle. Because really, people are tired of hearing you whine and cry about the person mistreating you that you continuously keep going back to. And it's not love, it's addiction. Your addiction to the feeling. You're addicted to the touch. You're in love with being in love. But you got to learn to love you. So for all of those out there saying, why me? It's you because you allow it to be. Nobody's sitting back waiting and targeting and looking for you to mistreat you. You're putting yourself in a position for that. If you met them out tricking on somebody that you were with, please expect them to not trust you and be tricking because they know you a trick. Play by the rules. Whatever game you play by the rules. You can't meet somebody who has an old lady, you got an old man, y'all tricking, then y'all break up with them and get together and think the other one ain't going to still trick. You met a trick, you got a trick, you accepted a trick, so quit tripping when you find out they still a trick. If you wanted somebody humble and decent, that's who you should have got. It's about choices. See, it's different strokes for different folks. But stop sitting back, crying, whining, breaking people's windows, keying people's cars. All that ain't necessary. You're making yourself look bad. Because it's only you because you allow it to be you. The way to quit having to ask, why me? Remove yourself from the situation. Walk in your worth. Act like you have some sense and deal with people on your level. And if you tricking, don't be mad because he or she is tricking. Because until you're married, you ain't really nothing no way. You're something in life, but in a relationship, all these fake relationships that everybody's making up, oh, that's my dog, that's my friend with benefits, then you get feelings, then you mad because he got another friend with benefits. Quit tripping. It's not that serious. If you want a husband or a wife, you get a husband or a wife. And stop running around hopping in everybody's bed and then asking why me when they hopped in another bed and another bed. And stop accepting it if you don't like it. If you don't want to be cheated on, find somebody who's not going to cheat on you. Don't keep taking back the same person over and over, and every week you got to chase somebody up out of your house, chase somebody up out of your car. Why are you doing that to yourself? Now you can't function at work. You can't take care of your kids because you're depressed. I'm going to be honest and tell you guys, yes, I'm a minister. Yes, I'm supposed to listen. Yes, I'm supposed to pray for you. But I also expect you to get it together. If you're putting yourself in a situation, don't keep calling me. I can't get you out of a situation you put yourself in. All the prayer in the world is not going to change a situation if you keep going back to it. God gives us free will. Utilize it wisely. Thank you all for tuning in. If you know a friend that keeps saying, why me? Please share it with them so they understand they're responsible for their one self. If they don't want it to be them, get themselves out of the situation. Quit tearing up people's stuff, keying their cars, putting their naked pictures on Facebook. Quit doing all of this foolishness when you set yourself up for the heartache. And if you're watching and you're somebody who cheats, but you're not married, guess what? You're not really a cheater. You're just exploring your options. So quit letting people go through your phone and your Facebook and key up your car and kick them to the curb. Move the negativity out of your life, because you're never going to find somebody to settle down with if you keep playing with people who are negative. Y'all have an awesome night. Love you all. God bless you all. Keep me in your prayers. This is Precious Swain, author of I Had to Let Go.